The Brown University campus in Providence, Rhode Island, plunged into chaos on Saturday afternoon when reports of an active shooter near the Barus and Holley engineering building triggered lockdowns and widespread fear. Providence Police confirmed multiple people were shot, with emergency services rushing to the scene amid alerts for students to run, hide, or fight. As final exams were underway, this incident highlights the persistent gun violence plaguing U.S. educational institutions. Incident timeline: gunfire erupted just before 5:30 p.m. local time near Hope Street and Governor Street, prompting Brown University to issue immediate alerts via text, lock doors, silence phones, and stay hidden. No suspects were in custody as of 5:11 p.m., with multiple law enforcement agencies, including Rhode Island State Police, converging on the site. The university's response followed standard active shooter protocol: evacuate if possible, hide if not, and fight as a last resort, while Providence Police urged the public to shelter in place or avoid the area. Rhode Island Governor Dan McKee actively monitored the situation, stating his teams at State Police and Emergency Management Agency were coordinating with locals and calling for prayers for the community. Several buildings went into lockdown, though exact numbers of students or faculty inside remain unclear since finals began Thursday. This developing story underscores how quickly routine campus life can turn perilous. Student experiences. Students describe scenes of uncertainty and terror during the lockdown, barricading themselves in rooms as shots echoed nearby. One account highlighted the fear of the unknown, with peers huddled in silence, hearts pounding while waiting for all clear signals. The Brown Daily Herald reported widespread lockdowns across campus, amplifying panic among those in engineering and adjacent facilities. Personal testimonies reveal the psychological toll, whispers of, "Is this real?" mixed with stifled sobs, as social media lit up with frantic posts from hidden spots. For many, this was not abstract news, but a visceral brush with mortality, evoking memories of past campus tragedies like Virginia Tech or Uvalde. These raw reactions humanize the statistics, showing how gun violence fractures safe spaces meant for learning. Broader context. Brown University, an Ivy League powerhouse in Providence, 50 miles south of Boston, now joins a grim list of U.S. campuses scarred by shootings. This event coincides with heightened national debates on gun control under President Trump's administration, following his 2024 re-election, where Second Amendment rights clash with calls for reform. Geopolitically, while U.S. domestic violence dominates headlines, it distracts from global hotspots like Ukraine's front lines or Middle East tensions, yet underscores America's unique struggle with firearm access. Statistics paint a stark picture: over 650 mass shootings in 2025 alone, per ongoing trackers, with schools repeatedly targeted despite protocols. Critics argue lax laws enable such incidents, while supporters cite mental health and rapid response as keys. Providence PD's swift action here prevented worse outcomes. Internationally, allies like the UK or Canada watch with horror, their strict controls yielding far fewer such events, fueling transatlantic policy divides. Implications for campuses. This shooting exposes vulnerabilities in even elite institutions. Finals week meant packed buildings, yet no early detection foiled the threat. Universities nationwide may ramp up metal detectors, AI surveillance, or arming guards, but at what cost to academic freedom? Students, already stressed by exams, now face trauma counseling and disrupted schedules, rippling into mental health crises. Governor McKee's involvement signals state-level escalation, potentially unlocking federal funds for security grants. For global viewers, it spotlights U.S. exceptionalism in violence. 44,000 gun deaths projected for 2025, contrasting safer norms elsewhere. As investigations unfold, expect scrutiny on the shooter's motive: targeted attack, random act, or spillover from urban Providence crime. Global reactions. News rippled worldwide, with Al Jazeera framing it as another U.S. campus crisis amid global instability. European outlets decry America's gun culture, linking it to political polarization post-2024 elections. In Asia and the Middle East, where school safety focuses on other threats like extremism, this reinforces perceptions of U.S. domestic chaos, undermining its superpower image. Social media amplified voices. #BrownUniversityShooting trended blending sympathy with policy rants. International students at Brown, thousands strong, voice-added fears of studying in America, potentially denting enrollment from abroad. Geopolitically, it diverts U.S. focus inward, as adversaries like China exploit narratives of Western decline.